Hotel Stafford was the venue for one of the many gigs that this young up-and-coming band have already done.
And I've been down, and I've been beat, been so lost that I couldn't speak, been so tired that I couldn't sleep, and I wanted things right of reach. Oh, and I want you, you held me through, and you showed me what to do. That's why I'm coming back to you. 1, 2. Is this on the... It's a song about a gorgeous summer's day, very much like today, and it goes something like this.
So tell me a little bit about the history of the band.
History of the band. Well, originally there was the original members are myself, Rich and Steve. We've been in it for about 6 years, really, on and off. Although a couple of years that's like messing around and just twanging around in Steve's house or Rich's house or something.
Where did the actual idea come from?
The idea? Well, basically me and Rich used to play the guitar together. We used to get taught together at school, so we used to go and have a jam together. Then we thought, well, why don't we get a drummer in? So we found Steve. When I got Steve, then it just builds from that, basically, because you get bands around the town, and we used to go and watch bands down the local theatre. And so we thought, well, we could do that. And eventually, it's happened. We have done. Yeah, we used to love going out on the Red Rose. Me and Rich used to go all the time, didn't we? And
the Red Rose is a theatre, isn't it? Which there's a lot of groups that play at the Red Rose Theatre.
Yeah.
Shed 7 used to play there.
Shed 7 have played there.
Supergrass.
Those two.
Dodgy.
Dodgy.
Yeah, we see Dodgy there. It's cool.
Yeah.
You too.
So you hope to,
Oh!
you hope to follow in their footsteps, then, do you, and become famous?
Yeah.
I'd like to stay them, actually. Be nice.
Well,
we're not in it for the money, are we? No, we're in it for the...
Enjoy women.
Summertime is all you need. Summertime's when you succeed. Summertime you can stay up late. Summertime where you can get a date. You are like the sunshine.
So you're called PROZAK. And where did that name come from? Because it's a bit depressing, isn't it?
No, in fact, PROZAK I think it's quite antidepressant because it's obviously an antidepressant drug. No, the name really because Keith, my brother, who was the original lead singer, come up to me. This was before I was in the band, and says, "We're struggling for a name. We've come up with loads of names, but they couldn't find a name for all of them to agree on." And in fact, this is a bit of an exclusive actually, because the real reason, it was a time that Blur's Country House was actually out at the time, and there's a line in it saying, reading Balzac and knocking back the Prozac, and at the time I didn't even know what Prozac was. And I said Prozac, because it was we wanted one word, like, because the bands at the time were like Blur, Oasis, Pulp, all like one word sort of. And I thought, yeah, Prozac. And then I found out it was an antidepressant drug, so now I say, where'd you get the name Prozac from? And I just turn around in reply and say, well, Prozac's an antidepressant drug, and we like to think of our music as an antidepressant. It's all a load of really, but it just comes from the name, like Country House, but you know, it sounds good.
It's a name, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's got like the P and the K and the Z.
So if you ever made it big, would you stick with your name? You wouldn't let anyone change that name?
No, I don't.
We'd like to.
Not at all.
Unless the record company obviously says, look, because copyright and all. That's why it's spelled Prozac with a K, not with a C.
Probably about loads more bands around the country with the name, so.
But unless we were really made to, we wouldn't change the name. I mean, God knows what we'd be called if we couldn't call it. We can never agree on anything at the best of times.
I'm sitting at home.
actually approached a few record companies, haven't you, at the moment? So have you had any joy with those?
Well, in the middle of July, just sat down and we get like a package together, which is just tapes and letters and stuff like that. And we get an A&R list, which is basically an A to Z of companies. And then you just post them all off, and then sooner or later they get back to you, usually with sorry.
Thanks for that.
But you just got to keep pestering them, really.
But of our first album, we sent off for quite a few. But like, I mean, the album.
We're only beginners, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean,
We've progressed a lot musically.
Our music compared, like our latest CD compared to I mean, at the time our first CD we thought, yeah, this is wicked, but compared to it now, in hindsight,
is it? But at the time it was.
It's all right, but
because you have to build, don't you?
You can tell, you know, we've just
I'm my own hardest critic, and you've got to be, haven't you? And I'm so really proud of what this, you know, the new sound that we've developed over the past year.
Yeah, of course.
Sounds great.
You to do your second album because you're just in the process of doing it now, aren't you? And you've recorded 6 tracks already.
No, it's 9 now. We were in the studio last week.
We've just done it slowly because before we've gone into the studio and we've
did it all in 2 days
as soon as possible, so we can go home and show it to our mums, sort of thing. Well, this time, this time
we're a bit more positive about what we want to do.
Yeah.
It's taking a new direction, really.
And where's the last album? I mean, there's still 3 or 4 songs that I'd say are really good from the first album. This new album, every single song, in my opinion, is a hit song, which is
maturing.
It's a lot more mature as well.
It marks a new, like a second restart to our career, really, because we've had the thing
Phoenix on the
down.
It's not you, it's not you. It feels so alive. It's not you, it's not you. Who makes me feel
So where do you see yourselves then, lads, in about, let's say a year's time? Do you think you're going to make it within the next year?
at my mum's house.
Do you think so? You
Probably in a
think
pub
at home?
getting
Job.
on Jack Daniels and Coke.
Really? Where's all your passion?
No.
Seriously.
All your enthusiasm.
We hope to make it as far as we can, but we know in our hearts that at the end of the day we can make a living out of it, and that we're good enough to do regular gigs. Which, as you get older and you progress, the gigs get paid more.
Personally, myself, I think we'd be a smash hit. I really do. Top of the pops, I think we'd go down the store.
Okay, let's go for it.
I do, honestly.
I think you would too.
Because at the moment, it's an industry ruled by manufactured step chaps with like nice hairdos, so I think we'd be a breath of fresh air, really.
It is.
It'd be interesting to see how well we do.